Each of us has a story to share about an experience with work. I would like to share my thoughts about my work on the translation of the Book of Mormon. Several years of my life. Amazing experience. The land of Ukraine was dedicated for proclaiming of gospel in 1991. Here at this place, near the monument to Saint Volodymyr, Elder Boyd Packer pronounced his dedicatory prayer. Later, in 1991, on the 8th of December, my husband and I were baptized in Kiev. We became the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I remember that day. It brought new life to me. In the spring of 1992, I was entrusted with the translation of the Book of Mormon into Ukrainian. I was shocked. I had been a member of this church for only about 3 months. Frankly speaking, I hadn't yet finished reading the Book of Mormon to the end. I had very little experience with written translation since I was a teacher, not a translator, and even less experience with computers. How can I be able to translate the scriptures? It was overwhelming. But when I came home, my husband called me down, saying that I would not be alone. Heavenly Father would be with me. He also reminded me the words of Nephi, that the Lord giveth no commandments unto the children of men, save he shall prepare a way for them, that they may accomplish the thing which he commandeth them. 1 Nephi 3:7. It helped me to come to my senses and humbly accept it. Our translation team consisted of 4 people, each of us doing different assignments. My translation was reviewed by content and language reviewers and then by a proofreader. We were working in an office in the center of the city. Since I couldn't leave my job at school, I was coming there after classes were over and worked long hours almost until midnight. It took me almost 18 months to do the translation, and it took all of us about 5 years to see the Book of Mormon published in Ukrainian. It was a very difficult but a very happy period of my life, with a lot of spiritual experiences, miracles, and revelations. I acquired a lot of different skills and got a lot of revelations from God, not only about the scriptures, but also about my own life. I was very happy to share my testimony with other people. When the Book of Mormon was published, we were already working on Doctrine and Covenants and Pearl of Great Price. The Ukrainian triple saw the light in 2005, almost the same time as Kiev, Ukraine stake was organized, the first stake in Eastern Europe. My faith strengthened, my testimony increased. I made eternal covenants in the temple. This calling turned out to be paid and it helped me financially. After that, my professional career also blossomed. But main blessing was to see the church growing and going to the western part of Ukraine, where people could read only in Ukrainian. Here you see the building of a meeting house in western Ukraine. Last year, Church History Department took a video about church historic sites in Ukraine. Now you will see an episode from that video, showing the place where I worked during translation of the Book of Mormon.
Today is April 22nd, 2014, and we're going to take a tour of historic sites in the central Kiev area. As our guides today, we have Valery Stavichenko, the first person baptized in Ukraine, and Zoya Gulko, who did the first Ukrainian translation of the Book of Mormon. So explain what we're going to do today, or here.
So this building is very important. It is actually a very old building, just apartment building. People still live upstairs on the third and fourth floors. But in 1991, it was bought by the church to open first mission office, just in this apartment. One three-room apartment was bought, and first mission office was in this very apartment. And later on in 1992, the translation office of the church for the translation of the scriptures into Ukrainian was also placed here. And then a little bit later, the first office of physical facilities was also opened here. So this is very important. Now, this is part of Kiev Service Center for the church, and the church owns this part and also downstairs. And as Valery said, it was bought 3 times.
Yeah.
In 3 parts.
3 apartments, yeah. And the translation office, first translation office was here also.
Yes, I said that. Okay, let's come inside. This room was a mission office. Several missionaries worked here, and it was a big reception area. And the next small room was the room of the mission president.
So we're going to pan the office. It's been remodeled. And what office is here now?
It's
Several
Construction.
offices.
I think construction.
No, it's mixed.
what is here?
It's 2 people from construction,
Very
1 for
good.
purchasing, and a 3rd from administration.
Okay, so let's proceed to the mission president's office.
Записи Salt Lake City, which is its office. This is a mission president room.
Good.
Yeah, first mission president. Howard Biddulph. Very nice name. Дивен Восконцин-90.
And what is the office used for now?
Now this is local unit finance.
Можно говорить.
Good.
Офис покупал, ну, Гарри Пекер работал здесь уже в 90.
Several years later, like in 1992, there was a new mission office opened for the mission because it was too small. And this apartment was given to translation office. And so that big room was for translation office. It was a special pioneer project when the scriptures were translated into Ukrainian in the country of the language. It was the first time in the history of the church when scriptures, Book of Mormon, was translated not in America but in the country of the language. And so a special office was given to translators, and this room later became physical facilities office. And missionaries were sent here, missionary couple, the Poraths were sent here to organize physical facilities, to start buying and renting facilities for the growing church.
Did you want to mention Elder and Sister Stroop?
Yes. Yeah. Elder and Sister Strook came here to especially start this pilot project for translation, the scriptures into Ukrainian, and they worked in the other room.
Here was a kitchen during the mission president stay here, and physical facilities office also.
Okay, so
And we
open
had
the-
For
common lunch
so
here.
let's open up and see what's in here today. Hello.
Hello!
What is the office in here today?
It's Human Resources.
Good. Thank you.
I'm Alena Fedorenko.
Uh-huh. Pleasure to see you here.
Nice to see you too.
So have some windows.
This place was very important for the spiritual life of the translation office, because when we were working we didn't talk too much, but here we discussed the scriptures, and I personally got my first spiritual lessons here in this kitchen from Elder Strook. And we also had some visitors here during lunch. Several of them were baptized later, so it was kind of a spiritual core of their apartment. This is the same apartment building where the first mission office was opened. The address is Tereshchenkovska Street 19. And the windows on the second floor, especially the windows from that side, the windows of the mission office and of the translation office later. This was also the yard. This yard was the place of the first temple trip start. So the bus came here, and the first group of the saints from Kiev started here to go to Freiburg Temple. It was in November 1992.
So,
And then the second group also was here in the beginning.
so this is the street entrance
Yes,
to this
is-
courtyard.
I know that Heavenly Father and His Son Jesus Christ love me. They listen to my prayers and answer them. They talk to me through scriptures and revelations. They performed so many miracles in my life, trying to teach me to be humble, patient, and faithful. And I will never